And so, folks, let me say welcome. Honorable Banks, let me say welcome to a team of legislative reporters.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are here because today you wrote a plenary seeking for action to be taken against Ambassador Sheikh Kouyateh and today the House took a decision. We wanted to share with us what's the impression about the House decision today?
The first thing is I was prompted to do this letter to plenary because one, I'm a member of leadership. Uh, Ambassador Kouyateh went on the social media and said the House of Representatives of Liberia is corrupt. That statement circulated on the internet, it went viral. Now, he is the ambassador at large, which means the president can send him anywhere, any country to settle any problem. So, if you have such a portfolio, you cannot accuse another branch of government that it is corrupt without no evidence. However, we call him to leadership. He came into leadership and he willingly apologized. Not this on Monday, but the Monday before. In that, leadership asked him, you need to go back to the same studio where you appeared and you said that the legislature is corrupt. Two, you should put it in 4 newspapers. The 4 newspapers that you apologized and you were sorry. And he agreed. On the 31st of May, I was to appear on OKFN at 9 o'clock a.m. in the morning. When I got there, sitting in the waiting room with other reporters, 9 o'clock, Ambassador Kouyateh came out of studio. We spoke to one another. And I asked him, how was your appearance today? He said, Honorable, it was fine. Then I asked him, did you do the apology? And he said no, in the presence of other journalists at the studio.
Okay.
He said, and I quote, I did not apologize. I will never apologize. So I stand by my word. I said, okay, that's fine. It is you. However, they ushered me into studio. After I left the studio, I came to my office with his statement being an ambassador at large. He should be the last person to say that. And he apologized to leadership. And leadership gave him a mandate to go on that same station and say he's sorry. And to publish it in 4 newspapers. He did not do it. But he said he would not do it. So I had no option but to write a letter to plenary for plenary to make a decision, because executives should not think that they are untouchable. The 55th legislature will not be a legislature that will be don't care. We are here to represent the people. We are here to do our job. And we took an oath to defend this nation. We are three separate branches of government. But according to our constitution, we work together. We coordinate activities for the smooth operation of this country. If one person in executive will be accusing another without evidence, I won't go for it. I don't care who is in executive.
Your letter was accepted by plenary. A decision was passed, voting no confidence in Ambassador Sheikh Kouyateh. It is in the wisdom of the president to adhere to your communication when sent to his office. What would be your stand when the president think it is not necessary this time to dismiss the ambassador?
The president, he has the power. Equally so, the legislatures is the one that he represents, because he represents the 73 districts and every citizen in this country, not just the president. Yes, the president appointed him, but he represents everybody. I will not want anybody of that person, that caliber, to represent the people of District 2, of Grand Bassa County, of the entire country.
Honorable Banks, maybe I could re-emphasize or re-echo my colleague question. What if the president did not fire Honorable Kouyateh from government? What would be the legislature position?
The president has the right not to fire him. The president has the right to keep him. He will be working at the will and pleasure of the president.
Like he is right now.
He is right now. We have taken a vote of no confidence. The president can make his decision. But one thing I can say, once the president makes his decision, we'll work with the president.
Okay.
Honorable Banks, do you care to tell us exactly what did he do or what was his statement?
About 2 weeks ago, to 2.5 weeks, he said the legislature is a corrupt branch of government. That he putting the representatives and the senators together and say we all are corrupt. That is not true. We all are not corrupt. Some of us, we live on character that we have built many, many years up to today. No one person will just tarnish my own reputation, because I represent myself, I represent District 2, I represent Grand Bassa County, I represent this country, and I represent my wife, my children. Nobody will tarnish my reputation that I'm corrupt.
I see that you are very hurt because of your character involved. You are a member of this house, but can you speak to the fact? Because I heard you said that not everyone corrupt, right?
Not everyone.
But some of the lawmakers are corrupt.
I said not everyone. I don't know if anybody there is involved in corruption, because we are all independently elected and representing independent districts.
The ambassador was very blunt on OKFM. He talked about concession agreement that are passed from the House of Representatives to the Senate. There are normally bribe given to lawmakers. Is it something that you want to speak to?
I will ask which concession agreement that he was talking about.
He made reference of P Mountain. He talked about the Aslamenta deal,
Okay.
and it goes on.
Now, I want the entire world to understand the legislature runs by numbers. Even if I do not agree with a concession agreement and it comes on the floor, trust me, if it passes, I have the right to vote no. But my one vote no cannot change anything.
So, Honorable Banks, let me say thanks so kindly for talking to us. But to conclude this conversation today, you did not specify the action that you wanted plenary to take. And plenary decided to have a vote of no confidence in the ambassador. Was that what you were opting for?
Well, I tell you the facts. Plenary makes a decision, not me. When I see something going wrong in this country and I grab my evidence, I will send a letter to the speaker. The speaker has the power to say he will put it on the floor or he will not put it on the floor. And one thing I can promise this country, if I don't have evidence, I will not speak.
Thank you, Honorable
Thank you, sir.
Banks.
Thank you.
So, his grandpa